it.
Uh,
Write something in controller name.
okay, what should I write?
SQL 0, sorry, SQL Server 2000 or 2012. SQL 2012 or.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, no problem. Click on next. Yes, click on next. Yes, click on next. Yeah, ready to install. Yes, next. Yes, start the install. Okay. So I think it takes some 5 to 10 minutes. I think or 15 minutes. So then after we have to continue the session.
Okay.
So last session I have to stop it. New project. Just we have to open the new project only. So today we have to discuss in that project what are the tabs are there. What are the tabs are there? We have to discuss. Session third. So in that, what are the tabs are there in that? We have to discuss first. So already we have to open the project. Just open this SQL Server Data Tool. So actually, what is your full name?
My name is Ali Faras.
Ali Farad. So you are basically from?
I don't know. my my dad is from India. My mom, she's from Pakistan. I was born and raised in Dubai, so I've never been to
Okay.
Pakistan, so I don't know.
Okay.
I'm American basically, I think, because I have citizenship from US now. So.
Okay. So this is your project, Olive project. This is the total your SSIS designer surface.
Okay.
Here, this bottom, all this area, whatever this area, this is your surface of your designing your packages.
Okay.
So just here only we have to design your packages. So
Okay.
before that, first we'll say what is the solution explorer and what is the connection managers and what is these tabs and what is the toolbox.
Okay.
This is called as SSIS toolbox. So
Okay.
what is toolbox, what is this workspaces, and what is this connection manager, and what is solution explorer. So before starting with designing your packages, first you have to know these concepts, then we have to easy to create your packages.
Okay.
So start with first one is solution explorer.
Solutions.
Just for understood purpose, we have to use this all tabs.
Okay.
What is the solution explorer is? It allows to navigate between the project to the project. Navigate means in that this is your Oli project. Once you have to create another project with
Yeah.
the name of other names, it also will open that particular name of your project. In
Oh,
this project, you have to create a number of packages based on your project requirement.
okay.
So this is by default one package is created. I'm added another package. See, this is one another package. I'm added another package. So number of packages you have to create it based on your project requirement.
Okay.
So this is called as solution explorer. Just I'm delete this. To view this solution explorer, if the solution explorer is not open, for example, view this solution explorer from the view menu, click Solution Explorer. There is some button is there. For example, it's closing. So
Yeah.
you have to connect. You have to create one packages in your project. So just you have to go to View button. There is a Solution Explorer. There
No.
is a shortcut key also. Control plus Alt plus L.
Yeah.
Just click on this. Automatically the Solution Explorer is created. So
Yeah.
just you have to click on this. There is some arrows are there surrounded. So once you have to place the Solution Explorer in that arrow, so it is fixed here.
Okay.
It is fixed here. There is no disturbance whenever you have to create a packages. So just click on this. Just go to some that corner.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So this is called as your Solution Explorer. That's nothing. That's it.
Okay.
So Solution Explorer, or use the keyword Control plus Alt
Plus L.
plus L. So this is the Solution Explorer. Next one is Toolbox. Next one is Toolbox. It contains the items that can be placed in a package. It contains the items that can be placed in a package. Some spelling mistakes are there.
No problem. That is fine because.
Okay, some speed typing.
No problem.
Placed in a package. So it contains. So what is the item? So these are called as items.
Okay.
These are all called as items or tasks. Okay. So you have to find out this is your control flow items. Why? Because I click on this control flow. Whenever I click on data flow, these items are different. See,
Oh.
this is your data flow items. This is your control flow items.
Okay.
These are two are different.
Yeah.
So data flow item, where the data flow items you have to use, where control flow items you have to use. We'll discuss later.
Okay.
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 So first you have to understand control flow is items are different, data flow items are different.
Different. Okay.
So most of the time we have to use data flow items.
It looks like mostly like Excel sheet options, right? Merge lanes and all that.
Yes, everything. This is all called as transformations.
Okay. Okay.
These are common transformations. You have to use 99% these transformations for every package.
Okay.
So that is your requirement. Based on that requirement, this is called as common transformation.
Okay. Okay.
These are all other transformations. Some rare conditions we have to use, but in this also we have to discuss some regular, whatever the regular transformation you have to use.
Okay.
We'll discuss later.
Okay.
So this is for control flow and data flow.
Okay.
So here it contains two types of items. One is
Control flow.
control flow items, and second one is data flow items.
Okay.
So what is the control flow items? Which can be placed in a control flow designer only. You have to remember. Whenever you have to use control flow items, that control flow items can place in the control flow designer only. So this is your control flow designer. So just I am deleting this. This is your control flow designer.
Okay.
Once you have to place any item here, whatever the items are there in that, you have to place any item here only. Just a simple drag and drop. Any item. But these items are not placed in your data flow.
Okay.
So control flow items are designed only in control flow designer. This control flow designer, and whatever the data flows are there, so that data flows are, you have to use the data flow items only.
Okay.
So two are different. Okay. So here some logic is there. For example, I'm delete the data flow task in the control flow designer. Whenever I'm accessing my data flow, see,
Yeah.
just I'm place this here, it's not accepted. See,
Why?
not accept anything. Why? Because there is a one logic here. Whenever you can access your data flow item, compulsory a data flow task in control.
No, I didn't get it.
So, for example, I'm delete this data flow.
Okay.
Okay. So this is your control flow designer.
Yeah.
So you can access everything in this your whatever the items available in your control flow task.
Yeah.
In your toolbox, you have to access anything.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, I want to access data flow items.
Yeah.
Just click on data flow. Items are open.
Yeah.
So this is what data flow designer.
Yeah.
But whenever I'm accessing these control data flow items,
Yeah.
for example, I want to use some mesh,
Okay.
but I'm not able to add this mesh in my data flow designer.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So data flow task. So here, not able to drag and drop any item in that data flow design. So what happened here? There is some link is there, hyperlink.
Yeah.
No data flow task have been added to this package. Click on add a new data flow task in your control flow.
Okay.
Once click on this link, automatically the data flow task added in your control. So just click on this, automatically the data flow task is added in your control.
Okay.
Just you have to remember one thing, without having any data flow task for any packages you have to design for data flow items. So now you have to extract, you have to drag and drop anything. So this data flow task is important in that control flow. You can access your data flow items.
Okay, if I want to do if I want to access anything in data flow, I need to create a folder in
Yes.
control flow for data flow, and then
Yeah.
only I can work on it.
First you have to drag the control flow here, a data flow task in control flow.
Okay.
Then after, just you have to double click here also, open your data flow.
Okay. That means there will be a folder created in control flow if I want to do anything with data flow package, right?
Yes.
I got it.
Without data flow task, can't do anything in data flow items.
Okay. I got it.
Okay?
Yeah.
So that is the logic here. So we'll once you have to create a packages, you have to easy to understand. Okay?
Yeah, I got it.
So what is the data flow? Which can be placed in a data flow items.
Which can be placed in a control flow item.
Yes. No. This is for data flow designer. Once you have to create a data flow, then you have to add any items in data flow designer.
Okay.
But control flow, you have to add only control flow items.
Directly.
So in this, data flow task is also a control flow item in your control flow designer.
Okay. I got it.
But this data flow we can connect into your this control flow.
Yeah.
Whatever this data flow task is, connected to your data flow items.
Okay. I got it.
So just I remove this.
Yeah.
Okay. So next one is this is the toolbox. Next property is SSIS containers. So this what is SSIS containers is, these are the called as containers.
Okay.
Control flow, one container, data flow, one container, parameters, event handlers, and packages. So we'll discuss in the first. The SSIS packages contains 5 different containers. Five different containers or workspaces. So what is the control flow? First we'll discuss. What is the control? So this is container contains a set of tasks or containers. Set of tasks or containers. See, in that control flow, there is a different types of task is there and different types of containers are there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So a control flow is a contains a set of tasks and containers,
Yeah.
which can be execute either sequence order.
1 minute, Vinu. I've got a SQL Server 2012. Please wait while Microsoft SQL Server 2012 Pack 1 setup process the current operation.
What happened? Anything goes wrong?
I don't know.
Just share your screen once. Where is the error? Yes, complete successful.
Okay.
It is succeeded.
Okay. The wizard. Okay. Yeah. It is completed. Okay. So I'll
You
close
just
this.
click and close this button
Yeah.
here. This close button.
Here, right?
Yes. Go to start menu. All programs. Down. Where is SQL Server 2012? You have to search for folder. Yes. No, no, no. Just you have to just up, go up slowly. Yeah. Here, SQL Server 2012. Expand. Expand. Here. Yes. SQL Server Management Studio. Here. Right click. Otherwise, just take the that icon. You have to move for desktop for easy to open. Right click. Go to desktop icon. Send it to desktop shortcut. Click on send to just click on send it to send to. Yeah, select the desktop. Here also SQL Server data tool also same.
Okay, so I'll connect this, so it will be connected, right?
Yes, it is your server.
Perfect. I'll
Okay.
close it right now, and I have.
Yeah.
Now I'll delete all these files.
Yes.
Okay.
So actually this is your database engine. So now you have to connect your SQL Server data tool for accessing your creating your SSIS packages or everything in your SQL Server data tool.
How do I do that?
So go to Start menu, expand all programs and SQL Server 2012, and in that SQL Server data tools, right click, data tool, yes, yeah, right click, go to desktop, send to desktop icon, yes, shortcut, yes. This is your SQL Server data tools. So remaining we have to delete everything. These all we have to delete.
I will delete it. Let me check with these files what it is. This is, and then I will.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So these tasks and containers which can execute either sequence and parallel. Each task represents a specific functionality. So these are the different types of task is there in control flow, and each task you can perform a different functionality.
Okay.
So what is each task means? For example, just you have to see there is a FTP task.
Okay.
So what is FTP task? It is used to send and receive the files from FTP website.
Okay.
FTP means file transfer protocol.
Okay.
So what is send mail task? You have to send a mails, internal mails to one to another. That is used. This is one different process. This is also one different process. So coming to the next one is file system task. So in this file system task also we have to whatever this copy the files from one folder to another folder. You have to move the directories from one folder to another folder. So that type of operation can perform this file system task. So these are some different types of operation can perform different functionalities.
Okay.
So we can use the task like data flow, execute SQL, execute package task, and execute process task. So these are some different types of control flow tasks, etc. in the control flow items. So coming to the next one is data flow. So what is the data flow? So most of the time you have to use data flow items. So data flow represent the diagrammatical representation of flow of data from the source to the destination, either with or without transformation. So a data flow is once you have to access a data flow task and data flow items, compulsory you have to place a data flow task in your control flow, double click on this data flow task, it access anything. So here, what is a data flow means? Data flow is a flow of data. Flow of data means this is your source, then in this source you have to use some conditions. You have to write your transformation here. This is your source, this is your transformation, and this is your destination.
This is ETL, right?
Yes.
Uh,
So here source are, see, these are the different source.
yeah.
You have to use any source.
Raw file, XML source. Okay, okay.
Okay, plot file.
Why do I use
Most of the time,
why do I
most of the time,
why do I use this source? Because the data, whatever form, in whatever form I'll get the data from.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. So, for example, your client sends the data from Excel.
yeah.
So, just you have to use Excel. Your client sends the data in raw file. Your client sends the data XML. Your client sends the data plot file. Your client sends the data OLTP.
Yeah.
So, based on that, only we have to use source. So, for example, most of the time in real time, we have to use these 5 sources, 99%.
Okay.
Okay. So, for example, my source has a plot file source. Just I am take the source and define my plot file connection manager. So what is the connection manager? This is connection manager. We'll discuss later. So just this is your plot file source. So in this plot file source, just you have to assume that in this, just you have to browse the plot file and select this connection manager. So where the plot file is available in your drive or any network location, just you have to assign the path location of your plot file. Okay.
Yeah, okay, okay.
So then after take your transformation. For example, in this plot file source having 100 records, just for example,
Okay.
these 100 records, I want to load these 100 records directly in my destination.
Okay.
I'm not using any transformation between, just whatever the records is there, 100, that 100 records directly loaded to my destination. So this time we're not using any transformations. Okay?
Okay.
Define your source, define your destination. See the destinations.
This is
Yes.
this is not the designer, right? This is wizard you're talking about.
Yes. See, these are the destinations. You have to store the data in your Excel also. You have to store the data in plot file. You have to store the data in Oracle. You have to store the data in OLTP. You have to store the SQL Server. So some different types of destinations are there.
Okay.
So most of these destinations you have to use OLTP. We'll see later. So just I'm placed the OLTP destination. Just connect to each of them. There is a blue link and red link is there.
Yeah.
So what is blue link is your data flow. So data flow means whatever the data available in this plot file source, the data will be transferred to this link to load the data in your destination.
Okay.
So what is the red symbol? We'll discuss later.
Okay.
Okay. So this is your source. That source will be connecting to your destination. Then the data will be transferred. Once you are to executing your package, the data is transferred to this file to this file. For example, just I delete this file link. In that I want to, in the 100 records, I want load some condition, some less than or greater than condition, some using remaining records only I want load this destination. So that time we have to use any transformation based on your requirement. For example, I am just using MEX. So first you have to connect to this MEX. Sorry, just you have to use Unina, then we have to discuss later. So sort transformation, for example, just we have to connect it. So this is called as a diagrammatical representation of your data flow. So first source, then transformation if it is required, then destination.
Okay.
So a data flow represents a diagrammatical representation of flow of data from source to destination.
Okay.
Either using transformations, either using without transformation.
Okay.
So this is called as data flow. So most of the time we have to use data flow task.
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here already we have to discuss to define the data flow. We have to use the data flow task in the control. So to define a data flow items, otherwise we have to define a data flow items. We have to use data flow task in the control. Compulsory. Without a data flow task, not able to any items are not using in data flow.
Okay.
Tool.
I got it.
Okay. So this is called as control flow and data flow. Next one is parameters. So actually these parameters are introduced in SQL Server 2012 version only.
Okay.
But later versions in 2005, 2008, there is no parameters tag.
Okay.
So these are introducing. So sometimes you ask this question: what are the new features available in SQL Server 2012?
Okay.
So this is the one of new feature in SQL Server 2012. So introducing from SQL Server 2012, which allows to add the parameters to the package and edit the parameters to the package and remove the parameters of the package. Just for adding purpose, we have to use parameters. We'll discuss later. Next tab is event handlers. Next tab is event handlers.
This is also new, or this was there before?
No. Event handlers are there. Only for parameters only there is a new tab. It allows perform a specific task based on the SSIS events. So, for example, what is event handler is send an email after the package is executed successfully. So just you have to create some events. So for example, after 2 days, your friend's birthday, for example.
Yeah.
So just you have to remember that birthday in your mobile. Then there is some events are there. Just the particular friend contact name.
Yeah.
You have to write some date. So this is for birthday for that particular person who are having your friend. So that is called as one event. So based on that time, after 2 days, your in your mobile it activated. So it's showing that event. So actually today is your friend's birthday. So just for identification, just for remember purpose. So we have to use events. So here also send an email. For example, your package is executed successfully.
Yeah.
So that information you have to send a mail for particular your teammates or your colleagues or your project manager. So that time we have to use event handlers. Send an email after the package executed successfully automatically. If the package executed successfully, automatically the mail will be sent to the particular
Per person.
two persons.
Yeah.
So that is called event handlers. So just we'll discuss later. So when you have to event handlers, see this is your packages. What are the packages you have to create an event handlers? These are the all different types of event handlers.
Okay.
So most of the time you have to use one or two event handlers, but not for using all in this. So we will discuss later what is the event handlers. Then go to package explorer. So this package explorer is nothing. Whatever the connection managers you have to create it, that information will be stored here. Whatever the parameters you have to use, that information loaded here. Whatever the variables you have to use, that information loaded here. Whatever the events you have to added, that information added here. Whatever the log providers, whatever the executables, what is the precedence constants, you have to define. All information will be stored in that package explorer.
Okay. Okay.
For example, I am creating one parameter, the parameter name, okay. Just I'm go to package explorer, we'll see here the parameter is added.
Yeah.
For example, this is the my system variables, okay. These are all system variables by default. So I'm creating a one new variable. Here there is a variable button is there.
Uh-huh.
Just click on this. I'm added new variable is, for example, count. We'll discuss later, don't worry.
Okay.
So how to add a variable, how to add a parameter. Just for example purpose, what is a package explorer? So that's the reason just I'm added these parameters and variables.
Got it.
So just I'm added one count variable name. So see, this variable is stored in the package explorer. Just refresh here. See.
Okay.
So what is the use of package explorer means you have to find out what type of connection managers you have to create it here.
Okay.
What type of parameters you have to use in this package. What type of variables you have to use in this package. What type of event handlers you have to use in this package. So once your package is created, then go to identify what type of these operation we have to perform in this package. So simple, go to your package explorer, see these are all properties you have to see in that package.
Yeah.
So we'll see later once you have to create a one package. So what type of data we have to load it in this package explorer, we'll discuss later. Okay.
Okay.
So this is fifth one, package explorer. A package is a collection of objects which can be implemented a business operation. So in that we have to create different types of packages. So these packages are using for business operations. Whatever the operation required business operation. So based on that we have to create a packages. So it contains the objects. So based on these objects only we have to create a packages. So what are the objects is? One is connection manager. Second one is log providers. Third one is executables. Fourth one is precedence constants. And fifth one is parameters. And sixth one is event handlers. And the seventh one is variables. Okay?
Okay.
A package will be saved with an extension is, what is the extension of package?
DTSX.
.dtsx, data transformation service extension. Okay? So this is your workspaces. So coming to this, last one is connection manager. So we have to already discuss this toolbox and workspaces and solution explorer. Just finally, this is your connection manager. So what is a connection manager? For example, in your data flow, you have to use one plot file source. So these plot file source, you have to define the connection manager. So where the plot file available. So just you have to select that plot file. How to select this? Simple. Just double click here. It asking for new connection. Here you have to specify file location where the file is available. For example, these are all my files. These are all my some plot files.
Okay.
These are all my some plot files. Okay. So just I am using some one file here. For example, just click on browse and select the source location. Where is the source? In my desktop, some sources is there. Here I want to select some plot files, some 6 records, for example. Okay. So see the columns. So whatever SSIS wizard we have to use, same all operation we have the same options. Columns, advanced, preview. So just click on OK. Once click on OK, this file connection manager is created here. See.
Okay.
So you have to edit something in your plot file source. Simple. Right click here and edit.
Okay.
So that is your plot file connection manager. So once I'm defining your plot file connection manager, see the red mark is gone. Int mark.
Yeah.
So this is your red mark. Why? Because see, a connection manager has not been assigned.
Okay.
Once you have to assign this connection manager, then this red symbol is gone. So just connect into this. Now this plot file connection manager is already created. Now I want to create connection OLDB destination. So here also double click here. It asking for your server name. So just click on new. So click on new again. So which server and which database you have to store this data. So just for example, I am using. Don't worry. Whenever starting my packages creation, you have to easy to understand. Just for information purpose, we have to use this. Don't worry. I will explain again later.
Yeah.
So here my server name is Whale. So where the server name you have to find out? Open your SQL server.
Management Studio.
Management Studio. In this is your server.
Yeah.
See, this is your server. Venu is my server. So here write your server name. Write your authentication. Either Windows authentication or SQL server. My authentication is Windows. So here select your database. So already in this Venu server, whatever the database is available, all database are we have to display. So choose your right database. For example, AliDB.
Okay.
I want load the data in my this server in this database.
Okay.
So click the test connection. Yes, click on OK. Click on OK. So yes, mapping is you have to create a table. So after database is created, you have to create a table. So without a table, the data is not loaded. So compulsory, you have to create a one table. So just click on OK. Mappings are done. This is your input. This is your output. Click on OK. Just execute your package. So these are the connection manager of your plot file. These are connection manager of your OLD.
Okay.
So don't worry. I will explain one package. So that time you have to easy to understand. Just this connection manager's information purpose. Just I am creating this package. This connection manager.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Once you have to start the packages, very clearly we have to explain. Okay.
Yeah.
So final one is connection manager. It contains the connection to the sources and destinations, which can be reusable. So you have to change something after define your connection manager also.
Okay.
So this is the information about your SSIS designer. Okay.
Yeah.
So just to go through this document today. So tomorrow onwards, you have to start the designing your packages.
Okay.
Okay.
I will
So
go,
today
I will go through all the information from last 3 sessions, and I will try to practice them whatever I can, and I'll
yeah, yes. I think tomorrow is Saturday, so we'll meet on Monday.
Can we do, today is Friday, right? Can we do tomorrow one more session, we can, because I already lost 2 days before, So if
Yes, I
you
think
can put,
maybe Saturday I have some work.
Mahesh told me that I will get a class on weekend for a day. I don't know. He told me.
Mm, okay,
Any other
we'll.
time. It is not like 7:30. You tell me any other time. I can come according to your time.
Okay, so I'll tell that to Mahesh. So what is the time is I'm suitable. So just you have to intimation Mahesh to you. So
Yeah,
then you have to join the session.
yeah. Just anybody, anytime what is suitable for you, just let me know. Maybe little bit later than 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, or maybe 7.
Yeah, that is I'm telling that I will intimate it to Mahesh.
Yeah.
So tomorrow at what time I'm free.
Yeah.
So just based on that we can join the session.
Yeah, and I will revise all this and I will be ready for tomorrow. Okay?
Yes. Okay. Fine.
Thank you, Venu. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Have a good day.